Good day, Western Hills students. This is Mr. Cook, World Geography. Today we are starting a Latin American history and culture lesson. It's going to take us a couple of days, so this is just the instructions for day one. Our objective today is that we'll be able to explain how interactions between humans and the environment and differing civilizations affected the history and culture of Latin America. You'll participate in creating the class KWL chart on Latin American history and culture, which is linked down here. Contribute to the collection of evidence to answer the guiding questions if you're in the group. And in the meet, if you are not in the group in the meet, you'll have to do this on your own by completing the graphic organizer for each virtual hall. If you don't come to the meet, you have to gather evidence for each hall by yourself and fill out the individual copy of the notes that are going to be on the right-hand side. And it's going to say your name, Latin American history notes, slide, individual. So our agenda for today is to do attendance. Make sure you fill out the Google form, which is linked here as well, and then you will do the K and W sections of the KWL chart to see what you already know and what kind of questions you have about it. For those of us in class, we're going to then go look at the groups and roles. I've assigned you groups, and we'll be working in class together to finish the first two halls of the notes. So we're going to do a walkthrough of the migration of the Americas Hall of Migration to the Americas walkthrough. So if you look at the notes slide, you'll see that the KWL section for the individual is there, and on the groups side there's one for every spot for every student. The group work has a link, and each of the halls has a link. Right here, the name that's underlined, you can click on that link and it will take you to the hall. Okay, each hall has sources for you. So the first hall is the Hall of Human Migration to the Americas. It looks like this. There's a video in this first source. There's a article, a very short article, and a Spanish translation of the article, and then an infographic map, and then another infographic map. So the way this works is you're going to go to each hall and look at each source. Each hall has a guiding question that says, and this is what you're supposed to be collecting evidence about, because at the end you will have to respond to a free response question based on this guiding question. And so you need to be collecting evidence to support your answer for your free response question, which will be similar to this guiding question. So your graphic organizer looks like this. So the green matches the green hall. Same guiding question, same four sources. For the first hall, you're looking to gather evidence about routes taken and the evidence of human migration. So what are the archaeologists or the historians finding that proves that the humans migrated to the Americas? Each of these four sources will have at least one thing, either the route or evidence, but most of them will have both. Okay, so you're going to watch that first video looking for evidence of route. So if they show you a map that has arrows, or if they say they migrated from here to here or moved from here to here, that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for evidence, things that people left behind or things they're using science to prove, things like that. Okay, so you'll do this for each hall. Today we are getting through the green and red for sure. We possibly could get to the yellow, but most likely we will not be able to get to the blue. We will wrap up the blue on day one. So you are only responsible for the KWL and the graphic organizers up through the red, possibly the yellow for day one. Okay. When you are done with the Hall of Central and South American Civilizations, you go back to the L section of the KWL chart and you will fill in what did you learn. You must have at least one thing that you learned. The more the better. And it must be in your own words. It cannot be copied and pasted from the internet or from any of the sources. Okay, that is a walkthrough of what we're doing today in class. If you need help, you can always come to Cougar Pride Time from 11:20 to 12 o'clock each day in the office hours, which the link to that Google Classroom Meet is in each of your classroom as materials. Okay, so make sure you get that done today and turned in. And if you haven't turned in your writing samples, please make sure you get those done as well.